Ever since Axie Infinity exploded in popularity and revenue, we've seen every crypto gaming project try to replicate their success, but that ship has sailed for Valinor and it's never coming back. Despite this, there are still a few gaming studios out there that are pushing the envelope forward and looking for the best way to incorporate crypto into video games. In my latest intel report, I take a look at Play3ull Games, who put a focus on developing the game first while seamlessly integrating crypto elements instead of just tacking them on later. Does this Avalanche-based crypto gaming ecosystem really have what it takes? It's mission time. Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. We are at GIA headquarters, the gaming intelligence agency, always bringing you the latest intel on the newest games. Today, we're talking about the Play3ull Games ecosystem. And that's playable with a 3, not a B, because these guys are not bullshitting here with their passion for crypto gaming. So what is Play3ull all about, really? At its heart, it's a Web3 gaming publisher that's creating a no bullshit ecosystem for PC gamers. They started as a family-owned business in Australia with the goal to make high-quality play-and-earn games where players have true ownership of their digital assets. They're focused on creating fun, immersive gameplay first instead of just monetizing and selling useless NFTs is one of the reasons why I've kept my eye on this project. Right? Play3ull is a whole crypto-enabled gaming platform where an interconnected metaverse ties the whole library of games together, from shooters all the way to like farming sims. The team has a bold plan to release around 30 games by 2031. That gives them about 6 years of development time, and with the advancements in AI and gaming, I think this is something that's possible, but it's still a massive uphill challenge to service and manage that many games in such a short time, unless they focus on mostly smaller casual games, I think. I originally came across Play3ull because they built their custom L1 blockchain using Avalanche. I've always loved Avalanche tech, and while they no longer sponsor the channel, I still got a ton of love for what they're doing in the crypto gaming industry. Building a custom L1 on Avix means transactions for gameplay are lightning fast, the fees are for everything are so much lower, right? And Avix L1s provide a much smoother experience than most other gaming chains out there. This dedicated setup is built to handle the massive number of transactions that gaming requires, letting the team focus on making great games instead of worrying about the blockchain issues all the time, which is what it's all about. That's how you incorporate crypto in gaming. All right, look, we've talked about some of the tech behind Play3ull's ecosystem, but we're gamers, damn it! Let's talk about the games they currently offer, right? So right now, Play3ull has 5 games in development, with 2 of them actually playable right now. Their flagship game is called Nexus. It's a free-to-play 5v5 MOBA shooter you can grab on the Epic Games Store. It's inspired by giants like League of Legends and Overwatch, blending kind of like that fast-paced third-person shooter action with deep strategic kind of gameplay. The main objective is to push down lanes, destroy enemy towers, and ultimately obliterate the base. You can customize your character with over 9 different weapons like shotguns, laser rifles, and a variety of different abilities too. A really key strategy for this is to upgrade your weapon to level 3 as quickly as possible to get that advantage over the other team. Now, the game is in a state where it could use some polish, but the overall gameplay loop is still pretty solid. Like most games, it does struggle with consistent players, so it's pretty hard to find a match in the free-to-play casual mode. Now, they do have a ranked mode that's only accessible if you own the Nexus P2E Pass NFT, which is $20. While I do like NFT gating certain aspects of a gaming ecosystem to kind of thwart that army of bots, I'm not a fan of the $20 price tag, even if it does let you play and earn their token. The other game you can play right now is Ordinem. It's a tactical trading card game that's still in beta and takes inspiration from the classics like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone. It's available on the Epic Games Store, and Ordinem lets you command one of 5 mythical factions, building decks to cast spells and summon followers. The core gameplay is turn-based and is pretty much what you would expect from every other TCG, and it's easy to pick up for beginners. Every card is an NFT, which means you have true ownership and can trade them on the Play3ull marketplace. Now, card packs can only be bought with the Bull token, but the price is actually pegged to $4.99 a pack, which is pretty nice. Winning PvP matches gives you a chance to earn more card packs, which is a nice mechanic too. The game is actually ramping up for a big update soon where they release the play-to-earn elements for the game, featuring a 2 million Bull token prize pool that goes to top players in the leaderboard bi-weekly. They'll also be expanding the number of cards by 40, bringing in some fresh strategies for your decks. Beyond Nexus and Ordinem, they're actually expanding their library with some more casual games. They have Starvin' Martian, which is a farming and colony sim simulator on Mars where you grow alien crops, you raise exotic livestock, you craft advanced tools, you build that sweet Martian empire. And then we also have Dogs of War. It's an open world survival game set on hidden islands called Neutralis. And it kind of blends like realism, mutation, and chaos in there. And then we also have War of Steel. It's a fast-paced mech warfare game with NFT mechs and player-owned arenas. All these games incorporate the Bolt token in a straightforward way, but are critical for playing any of their games at a higher level. Let's take a quick look at the token that powers the entire playable ecosystem. The Bolt token is used for everything from buying in-game items and NFTs to paying for transaction fees, and using one token to access all games is pretty smart because it concentrates all the value and makes the whole economy stronger rather than kind of spreading it thin across a bunch of different coins. A key feature here is a 10% burn mechanism on certain transactions, which is designed to be deflationary, reducing the total supply over time and increasing scarcity, right? The total supply is capped at 50 billion tokens, but they aren't just being dumped on the market all at once, which is good. Instead, 5 billion bull coins are set to be distributed annually over 10 years through different mechanics. One of the main ways to get the bull token is by owning and running a master node. Node operators help keep the network secure and running smoothly, and in exchange for their contribution, they earn a little piece of the daily bull coin distribution, creating a source of passive income. I actually own one of these nodes, and while early node investors like myself have done well, the current price for nodes at $6,700 is quite overvalued in my opinion, so it might put off new investors. So earlier I mentioned that this is a family-run business, which I absolutely love. The founders, Jonathan and Jethro Bosanquat, are incredibly passionate about their vision for crypto gaming, and their team also includes people with experience from major gaming companies like 2K Games. 2025 has been a pretty brutal year for crypto gaming devs, but old Bull and Jet streamlined their operations and are still here while many other games have failed and left. Building a fun game is tough, and attracting users to play said fun game is even tougher in today's oversaturated gaming climate. Play3ull brings a lot to the table with their custom L1, a public team with real-world gaming experience, and a multi-game ecosystem running on a single deflationary token. They're also putting fun first and building the earning mechanics around that, which I appreciate. Regardless, this is a massively ambitious project, and Web3 games have had a very hard time attracting enough players to survive in the medium to long term. Successfully launching nearly 30 games in just 6 years is a massive undertaking, and even the most experienced studios would have trouble hitting this goal. Now, if the team can find a good method to iterate quickly over more casual games and find what works for a dedicated player base, they could have a chance to pull it off. But their progress over the last year leaves me a bit skeptical still. In my opinion, it really comes down to their marketing plan for each title they launch. Nail the marketing, secure the player base. It sounds simple, but it's the biggest battle any game dev is facing right now, and Play3ull needs a big win here to survive long term. Intel report complete. Hopefully this breakdown of the Play3ull ecosystem helps you find a new game you love, or at the very least gives you the information you need to do your own research here. That's all we have for today, agents. As always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash.